This is the stool. It's all built, and it has a nice design in the top that's embedded in epoxy. Nice and smooth, feels like glass. What I wanted to talk about is this bit here in the drill. This bit is what's referred to as a Forstner type of bit. It's for drilling very round holes in wood. And this is an 1.25" Forstner bit. So how I put the legs in to the stool was after they were done in the lathe, and I measured them out to exactly 1.25" using a caliper on the lathe. I drilled these holes in the stool in this plank in the stool. I drilled the holes, and when I was drilling them, I didn't drill them exactly square into the plank, otherwise the leg would be sticking straight up. How I got this angle was I used this. This is a wedge, a small wooden wedge, and I sat it underneath when I was going to drill, and I'd sit this on here like this, and then I would drill it with the Forstner bit. And when I drilled it with the Forstner bit using this wedge, it made the hole at an angle so that the stool legs are angled outward. If you can see, the stool legs are angled outward so that they're not square up and down. You don't want your stool legs to be square up and down. I'll show you. You don't want your leg to be square up and down. You want your leg to be angled outward. And it's this simple little device, this wedge. It gives you this outward angle on all your legs. So, also, after I got the stool done and I first set it down on the ground, I noticed it was a little bit wobbly. So, I'm going to show you now how I got the wobble out. This is how we get the wobble out. We set the stool down on the ground. You see which leg is the highest leg, and then what we do is we set the stool on here and we sand that leg down ever so slightly, holding it on the sander. Of course, there's other ways of doing it. You can put the leg in a vise. You can clamp the leg into a vise. And you can wrap the leg with, of course, wrap the leg with a piece of towel first before you put it in the vise, because you don't want to leave vise marks on the leg. And then you can take a saw and very carefully cut it off. Or you can use a sanding block to sand it off. It takes a lot longer that way, and that's similar to doing it this way. You have to be very careful when you cut them off with a saw that you don't cut too deep and make the lot wobble going the other way. It's very critical measurement. Give you a look at the artwork on the top, embedded in epoxy. I'll put the camera on macro there. And the finished stool. And it's a nice sturdy little stool. And it came out rather nice. There is some nice markings in the wood, and the wood grain on the surface of the seat. Nice, it'll last for a lifetime, that stool. It's so nice and solid. And I think it came out rather nice. So that's the completion of our stool project. And now